Hi. So we're going to be interviewing Andrew today. Let's turn the volume down. It seems very loud to me, anyway. Hello. That should be fine. Okay, we're going to be interviewing Andrew. So yeah, time traveler. I've got some questions for him today. Let's bring him up. Load them up. Yeah. Hi. Hi. So you ready to do the interview today? You said Sunday 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay, good. Fire away.
So I've got some questions for you. Stuff I'd like to know more about.
Okay, remind me what your first name is again?
Yeah, Sam Ransom. My first name's Sam. Second name Ransom. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I was just interested to know about. So a few years back, I did speak to you before on Aaron Moriarty's channel, or when he used to have the channel. I was wondering what happened to those 20 interviews on YouTube that they got taken down, because I was actually in some of them, and why they got taken down.
Yeah, that was a provisional experiment to launch a podcast, and then we pulled it. But we're posting my new podcast at Andy for America on Facebook.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe YouTube had taken them down, but I thought it was a
No.
YouTube thing. Oh, okay. So yeah, I thought.
Just a broadcasting experiment. It was successful, and we had decided we would pull it because we were not putting a lot of thought into what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was wondering more about your books that you've been writing. Like, are there any? Have you got any titles of them or potential dates they're going to be released? Or
Right now, I'm a medical beneficiary, and American law is going to have to change to allow people to get their medical benefits and make money at anything. They
Wow.
don't. They don't treat the ill like they do retirees.
yeah.
And so I've written 8 books that I want to publish. I've edited 3 of them, and they're ready to go.
Oh wow.
I'm in the process of editing the other 5, and I should be able to get them edited in good speed. But I'm going to have to lobby. Hopefully, it'll be President Trump that will get elected. He seems more concerned about the American people rather than everybody in the world, as one in the border crisis that Vice President Harris actually fomented and is responsible for. And she stated that. She wanted to give everything to everybody else in the world, which we can't do because there's 8 billion human beings on this planet. We're
Yeah.
on of 300 million. But I'll be lobbying the Trump administration to allow medical beneficiaries of all types to make money at least on productions within arts and letters, as I've done as a writer. I would also do it for painters and so forth, sculptors, poets, etc. But that's not where America's at right now. They actually prevent you from making money when you're getting money for expensive medical care like I am. I'm on dialysis. Dialysis costs $1 million a year.
Yeah.
So, in their generosity and kindness, the American nation has provided mandatory dialysis for kidney patients, but in the kind of Calvinist stinginess, at the same time, when you're getting that money at that level to survive, in many cases like I am, you can't make money at anything.
Yeah, it's true.
And you have to have no more than $2,000 of assets in the 8 years since then, I became a kidney patient and a vision patient. And it's great to benefit from the generosity of the American nation in helping people survive with programs like Medicare and Medicaid. But they're not letting those people enjoy Social Security, but rather social insecurity. And they're actually preventing writers and painters and sculptures and poets and historians and others from doing their work and getting paid for it. And I don't want to give my life's works away. I've worked on my books about time travel and Marsification by speaking about them and investigating what happened to them for my whole adult life. I've been lecturing for 25 years all over the Western Coast. And yet I can't make money publishing my books, so I'm going to be holding them. And if people are disappointed by that, they should join the effort to lobby next administration to change that policy. We could even split the proceeds of, let's say, written works, 50% with the government, if we're still a medical beneficiary, so that at least writers, for example, who are getting medical benefits can enjoy both their survival and the proceeds of their written works. But my books are so unusual that I'm sure they'll sell in great number. But if I make too much money, I'll have to give it all away to the government or not publish. So I decided to not publish for now.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll see them one day.
When I made my promise about doing my books, I was not a kidney patient. I was in perfect health.
Yeah.
I went on dialysis only 5 years ago. So this is all a new situation. I was perfectly healthy. For example, when I ran for president in 2016, I've gotten lighter since then. I've gone from 225 pounds to 174. So I'm healthier than I was, except for the need to be on dialysis.
Yeah. So my third question, I was wondering more about the what you called the aeronautical repositioning chamber, which you used to get to Mars. I was kind of just wondering what more like did it feel like being on it, and kind of what did it look like? Kind of interested to know.
It was a standard elevator at the bottom floor at 999 North Florida, and we would go into it, and we would go up to the 5th floor, where there was a kind of a feature suite, like exists at law firms, and we would get out and we would write our name, sign our name, write our date of birth, and our social security number. And then we would also sign our number for the program. Mine was my UCLA student ID number. And then we get back in the elevator, go up to the 7th floor. If we stopped it because we had something to get in or out of our locker, like I had to get my photo flash gun, because I was one of the Mars explorers who was equipped with a specialized handgun to protect my colleagues and I from predators and so forth, which had 3 settings: heat, stun, and kill.
Yeah.
And then we would get back in the elevator and go to the 8th or top floor, and we'd be asked for an intercom, "Are you ready to go to Mars?" And we would look up at the ceiling and say, "Ready to go to Mars," if we were by ourselves and with a few other jumpers. And then about 5 minutes later, it would start apparently moving, but essentially morphing from the box-like structure of an elevator to a
Yeah.
and then it would reverse into from a round to a box-like structure. And about 5 minutes later, it would open up and we were in the 1/4 below ground position on one of the receiving jump rooms on the red planet. But
Wow.
that would take anywhere from about 8 to 20 minutes, depending on how close or how far Mars was in its 2-year irregular orbit around the sun. When Mars was close to Earth, it would only take about 8 minutes, so we could go with more of the astronauts because there was enough oxygen for everybody to last on the way there. But this is a little bit of a metaphor that I always like talking about, because look, if in the early 1980s we could get human beings to the red planet in no more than 20 minutes, uninjured, we can cure a lot of the diseases on Earth, and we're not.
Yeah, I know.
The artificial kidneys were mandated by Congress in this country to be built in 1964 when I was 2.5 years old. I recently had my 63rd birthday, and I'm on dialysis because of kidney failure. Probably a kidney failure that the program may have caused, or the time travel program I was in as a childhood caused.
Yeah.
So we're not using science and technology to the greatest effect, which is to heal, not to just treat people.
I know, and it's really awful.
Because they're covering up transport technology that people don't even believe exists.
Yeah.
The teleportation, chronovision, plasma confinement, the Stargate, and so forth, and as well the aeronautical repositioning chamber. Most people believe you have to be in a rocket or a space plane to go into space. That is not true. It hasn't been true for over 40 years. I first went to Mars on July 7th, 1981. 43 plus months ago.
Yeah.
And most people have never even heard of an aeronautical repositioning chamber. But it exists. And the great Howard Hughes was working on it. Just like he was working on the Glomar Explorer. So I have consulted Major General Mark Music, who wrote that brilliant book about Hughes, Boxes, The Secret Life of Howard Hughes, how he came to live by living out of boxes with his clothing, boxes with his telephonic equipment, and so forth. And he knows that I worked with Hughes, because I described details of Hughes' life and personality that only somebody who knew him and worked with him could have known. So he concluded I was telling the truth, and he wrote a foreword to my Mars memoir.
Yeah. What I was wondering about that, where the actual jump room was. You said 999 somewhere. Where actually is that? Like.
It was 999 North Sepulveda.
North Sepulveda.
In Imperial Avenue, East and West.
Oh, okay.
El Segundo, California.
Oh.
Which is right south of the Los Angeles International Airport.
Oh, okay.
So all I had to do as a UCLA student at the time was just get in my car, or in a car provided by UCLA, and just drive down to El Segundo. It was a short trip. Wow. And I would get out of my car and go up the elevator and check into the locker room if I had something to retrieve, or leave there, and then go back into the elevator, and it was a space elevator, so
Call just cut out for some reason. Okay, swing back.
Sorry, we cannot connect this call. If you have set a spend cap, you can review and change it at sky.com/settings. Sorry, we cannot connect this call. If you have set a spend cap, you can review and change it at sky.com/settings.
He can't ring me back because he says he has to pay for it. And I can't ring him back because I have to pay for it now. Great. What do I do? Oh no. Are you kidding me? You're joking, right? I think my phone bills ran out. That's why I thought like the people in charge was onto us and had cut it out. But when it said spend cap, I've heard that before. He can't ring me because he has to pay for it. Oh dear. Okay. A bit awkward. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do at this moment in time. That was a good interview. What do I do?